I am the most productive person I know out of all the connections I've ever made, and this is exactly how I do it. My name's Gavin, I run an email and SMS marketing agency, and I really just make these videos to document my own journey and share tips and tricks. Now, I just wanna mention this video has been recorded as part of my school training, and if you wanna get access to the school community where I teach email marketers and freelancers how to actually grow an email marketing agency and how to sell email marketing as a service, link is in the description. But in today's video, I'm gonna run through my exact planning process from a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily perspective, and I'm gonna show you how I engage in my work in a way that makes me so productive. Anyway, without wasting any more of your time, let me show you. This is my second time recording this video because I wanna make sure it's actually useful here. So as you can see, this is a board, it's a Miro board. You actually have access to it, and I'm gonna run you through how I plan out my year, my quarter, my month, my week, and my day. So I've actually just put in some dummy goals here. And what I do at the start of every year is I set out my yearly goals. In these yearly goals, these are like my really high level aspirational goals, like a monetized YouTube channel, 10,000 subscribers on my follow along, 3 $100,000 months in revenue. I set these goals as like my North Star for the year. Now, some of you might even be able to go back further and do like a 3-year goal or a 5-year plan for what you want your life to look like, and then boil things down in terms of what needs to happen in the years to contribute to that. But for this case, we're just gonna focus on the year, okay? Now, it's really important, I think, to get quite numerical and detailed with the goals that you set. For example, clear numbers, 100K months in revenue in USD, 3 in a row. How do I get that? Like, what specificity is it? It's not like more revenue or more money saved in my bank account. There's specific numbers that we're trying to focus on. It's not like more newsletter subscribers. It's 5,000 people on my newsletter. No more client-facing work, right? Those are the high-level goals, and I set those out from like a aspirational perspective. Once the yearly goals are done, I then divide things into quarters. So we have Q1, which is January through the end of March. We have Q2, Q3, and Q4. This needs to be updated. Might have to record this video a third time. I'm not doing that. So Q1, 2, and 3, and 4. So really at the start of each quarter, and this is just how I do it. I might be wrong, by the way, but at the start of each quarter, I set my goals for what needs to happen here to contribute to what needs to happen here. And this is where I get a little bit more granular. Here, these are just high-level goals, right? But in my quarter, I divide my actions into sales and marketing and operations, and divide my 2 categories, or rather things need to be done, into those 2 categories. So underneath the category of sales and marketing, I start listing things that will contribute in quarter 1 to goals that will be completed in my year. For example, begin posting regularly on my social media and repurposing across YouTube Shorts and TikTok on a daily basis. That contributes to a social media strategy that is fully running, okay? Grown my newsletter to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, well that is literally my 5,000 people newsletter goal, all right? Consistent long form content on YouTube, right? So consistent, in that case it could say 2 long form videos, because that's too broad, right? 2 long form videos per week on my YouTube channel, okay? 10 lead magnets fully built out. Lead magnets are gonna contribute to the goals of 5,000 people in my newsletter. This should be $500,000 in my company account. These are my sales and marketing goals. Operations, no more client-facing work, no retainers under 2K. All these little goals here are gonna contribute to this. And what's happening here is I'm taking high-level goals that seem intimidating at first and breaking them down into smaller actions. So Q1, from January to the end of March, this is what I'm focusing on. Then I break it down into month. So Jan, and I get even more granular. I then divide my 2 categories, i.e. sales and marketing and operations, into more subcategories. So for example, sales and marketing, we have school. I have a school community. There's a link to it in the description of this video, by the way. We have social media. We have YouTube, list growth, ads, revenue of 2,000, upselling clients. These are the things that contribute to these goals here. Really quickly, sorry to interrupt the video. I just wanted to tell you something really cool that we've started doing with Inbox. I've actually created a school community where I teach you anything and everything I know about email and SMS marketing, from really advanced campaign strategies to how to simply set up your Klaviyo account, all the way to building really, really cool automations for the back end of your e-commerce store. Whether you're a business owner trying to learn how to do email marketing or an email marketer trying to learn how to become a better email marketer, there is a link in the description to this school community where I teach you everything I know. Check it out, it's worthwhile. Book a call to have a chat with me to see if you're a right fit for the community, and if you are, I'd love to get you in there. Anyway, sorry for interrupting your video, let's get back to it. So, for example, school, the focus here, we have a category of school under sales and marketing, okay? So we'll say sales and marketing. We have these subcategories, and this is how I get more granular with my goals. Sales and marketing, school. So I need to create a new module. I need to launch a free version of my school community. And what's happening is we're just getting more granular. So I'm setting goals in the month for these pillars under the sales and marketing category that contribute to my sales and marketing goals. So we've got school. I list out my monthly goals for things that I need to get done for school and make them actionable, right? Create a new module, launch a free version. Then we have social media, right? Category of social media. Build out a regular strategy. Find someone to help me post. And so what's happening is I'm looking at these goals here, these categories, every month, and looking at what I set myself to do every quarter. Okay? You have access to this board, by the way. You can literally copy and paste this if you want. This really helps me. And I just do that for every single subcategory. As you can see here, I haven't built out everything because I'm just illustration purposes, but I could do another one for like YouTube. Okay? YouTube. So what are my goals for the quarter? This is a live example of what I would do. I'd be like, all right, YouTube, it's a category. My goals for YouTube, it's very important that you set your high-level stuff in detail too, so that when it does come to reflecting, you can just quickly snap in. Okay, 2 long-form videos per week on my YouTube channel is a YouTube goal, all right? Reposting YouTube Shorts is another YouTube goal, all right? So those are my focuses. So we need to create a 3-month long content plan for 2 videos per week. See what I'm doing here? Then we need to find a tool. We're going to say find and implement, be aggressive with your goals, a tool that repurposes content from socials to YouTube. All right, and we just do that for every single thing under here, and then we'd create our subcategories again for operations and do the same thing. That's what we do in the month. Now let's go to the week. The first week of Jan, we're currently in Feb, let's just go back as an example, right? So this would be the week of the 29th. Week of the 29th. And I have my subcategories again. But then I'm looking at my other stuff. So school, right? Well, I look back at my monthly goals and I say, what are my goals here for school? Perfect, it's create new module and launch a free version. Okay, I say, outline what the new module needs to be. And if I'm creating a free version, outline everything that we need in the free version of my school community. Okay, if we're also creating a free version, assign creative work to my designer for all the creative we will need in the free version of my school community. And I do the same thing again for social media. So my social media goal is build out a regular strategy, find someone to help me post. Okay, so for the month of Jan, that's what we're focusing on. So I need to, in week 1, research a good strategy and find 3 people who you admire. Who you admire. We also need to find somebody to help me post. Interview 2 people to help me post regularly. Okay? That's it. That's how easy it is. right? Then I do the day, and I set my daily goals at the start of every day, right? So this gets started at the start of every week. This gets started at the start of every day. Now in my daily goals, I divide my day. I divide it like this. 8 to 12 p.m. is focused on sales and marketing because that is the most important thing you need to be doing as a business owner. 12:30 to 4:30 is service delivery. Ideally, you get yourself out of this, but if you're a small agency owner like myself, odds are you're still doing a little bit of client delivery work. So this is really just focusing on client work. And then 5 to 8:30 is operations, focusing on everything that happens in the back end. So let's do it again, sales and marketing. And I don't divide them by this, like the school, social media. I don't divide it that way. I just look at my goals and I say, okay, school, outline what my new module needs to be. So I'd just be like, sales and marketing, create module outline for new school module. But it could even be decide what the new school module is. Same again for service delivery. And I break it down every single day. And this allows me to be so productive and planned out with my day, and has been one of the best things I do in my life, honestly, on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. I hope you find that useful. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're watching this in school, I'll see you in the school community to see, rather get insight on this. If you're on the YouTube channel, subscribe, 2 new videos every single week.